Hendrix here. Welcome to Dating App Do-Overs. I've been a matchmaker for over a decade, working with some of the most eligible people in the world. Usually you're on the dating apps because you want to meet the very best people, right? But people are showing up on the dating apps with their worst photos. You guys send me your profiles, and if I feel like I can help you, I'll choose somebody each and every week. I'm going to be doing a new profile. I'm going to go in. You're going to see the before. You're going to see the after. You're going to see why I chose what I chose. I'm even going to sprinkle in some dating advice because everybody needs it. It's going to be a lot of fun, and God knows you never know what I'm going to say. But what are we waiting for? Let's get started. Welcome to Dating App Do-Overs. Hey, Paul.
Hey, Gina.
How you doing?
Doing well. How about yourself?
You look great. I'm doing great. Thank you. Just trying to, save people from themselves on the dating apps.
Well, you might have your hands full with this gentleman here. We'll see how it goes.
Come on. I've known you for a long time. Yeah. And I know that you have struggled a bit here and there on the dating apps trying to meet the ladies. Fair enough. Fair to say?
Yeah, fair to say.
And so tell everybody kind of what issues you're having, what dating apps you're using and what your issues are.
Okay. I'm on Tinder, Bumble, and Hinge. The profile I sent you was from Tinder. That one I get very little response. Bumble, a few. Hinge, a few more. But I'm not getting a lot of responses. I can't say it's the responses I'm getting aren't really the type of women that I would like to date. But overall, there's just not a lot of activity. And I'd like to see if maybe I'm not doing great on that. The profile and the photos, I'm not comfortable with it. I don't quite know how to do it. So,
I mean, the dating apps are extremely competitive. That's the thing, I'm an advocate of the dating apps, but again, I feel like it's competitive. So if you're not standing out, and you're going to get swiped over again and again and again, right?
Gotcha. Yeah.
So we're going to try to fix whatever you got going on. And I have not seen your dating app profiles yet. So you are on a few, but I think today we're going to look at Tinder, right?
Yes, Tinder. Yep.
Okay, great. And so, because you've been on and off the apps, you have the traditional love-hate relationship with the dating apps.
Yes, I do.
Okay. And the thing is, because you're so cute and you're such a good guy. I mean, I know women are out there looking for good guys. So if they're swiping over you, then it's got to be something in your profile that's not working,
Yeah. And I'm just, it's like being on unsure ground. I don't know what to put in, what not to put in. I can say I'm a little ambiguous. But the photos, I want to be fun. So I throw up some stuff and I don't know if things are working.
And you know what? If you end up having some good photos, I think less is more, and you don't need to switch them out so often. I know sometimes you jump around a lot. I've noticed just over the years knowing you because we go back forever. But okay, so when we come back, we're going to take a look at what you got going on here.
Okay.
And we'll see how I can help you. Okay.
Sounds good.
Okay. Thanks. I'll see you soon.
Yes, absolutely.
And we're back. How you doing, Paul?
Doing okay, Gina. How are you doing today?
Good, but I am a little concerned, Paul. I'm not going to lie to you.
Okay.
Your dating profile, a little bit of a horror show.
Gotcha.
But that's okay. You've come to the right place. I'm gonna rock your world and make over your profile and have these ladies beating down your door. That's the
sounds good.
Okay, so we're just gonna let's just get to it, right? Why wait another second to look at this gem of a profile?
This nightmare.
So what in the world, Paul? All I have to say is what in the world? Were you thinking?
I just thought I would add a little humor.
You went through a rough patch during COVID, didn't you?
Yeah, well, I got experimental. And I have to say, that is not a great look for me, but I did think it was kind of funny.
Right. So funny for friends is one thing.
All right.
if you're trying to attract a lady on the dating app, you have a very, very limited time before she goes, oh, hell no, that dude's going to stuff me in the trunk. I'm lucky if I survive the date. And here's the other thing, Paul. If you do get a date with a woman using those photos, you have to be worried she may stuff you in the trunk. So if you're not into that, you might. So definitely that's an easy. We're going to ditch that as soon as possible. Now I know that you love yourself in this red coat in the field of flowers, and it's great from an art perspective. It really is a cool artsy photo, but it's pulling on you. Kind of looks like big man in a little red coat. I don't know. It's not. It doesn't serve you. How about that? It doesn't present you in the light that you want to be presented in, because my motto is less is more. So if it's not helping you, then it's hurting you, and we're going to get rid of it. Okay.
Yep.
So I'm not a fan. The onesie, I also, for me, is a little cringeworthy because I just think, as a grown woman, if I saw a man like that, I would just think he's an overgrown child. And context. I mean, maybe if you were at a party with other people or something, but you don't really want to even have other people in your photos. So either way, and it almost looks like you're drinking a beer in a onesie. I don't know if that's what you're doing.
Exactly what I was doing.
And it's nothing wrong with it, right? But if you're trying to attract like a certain caliber of woman, you don't want a woman who, is nuts. You don't want a woman who is also just a child, an overgrown child. So you want a grown woman who meets you at your level. So you never want to give them wiggle room to say, oh, what is that? You know what I mean? Because they don't know you.
Gotcha.
Once they know you, that's different. Then they're in on the joke. But otherwise, my preference is no, even though I know you like that photo. We'll talk about it. I think I have some ideas. If you love it so much, maybe we can work it in. But I think for me, and the cape one. Okay, so let's talk about the cape and the skull.
Oh yeah.
I think what's oddly enough, it's very you. You look cute. You really look cute in this photo. But maybe if you cropped out the skull, because again, you never want to be like, hi, you don't know me, but I'm holding a skull and this could be you someday. You know what I'm saying? Like, you never want to make her question that at all. So that concerns me. Yeah.
So essentially, my profile suggests serial killer in about 3 photos.
It could potentially.
Yeah. I know it's good. This good to know.
And listen, this is common. Men do this all the time. I mean, one of the favorite things, and you don't have this, but I've seen so many pictures of men where they're not even aware of all the like disgusting stuff behind them. There's one man I had to tell, he had like dirty wadded up tissues all over his counter. Oh, it is a horror show out there. I'm not even kidding you. This is not genius. I'm on a mission to rescue everyone's profile, as many people as possible. Okay, so yeah, and then the one with the old car, I do like, because that's you. You have old cars, you're into old cars. So I don't ever want to remove who you are. You have to have a bit of your personality in it. You have to have your personality in it, but in measured ways, so that she gets the full picture and is not frightened.
Yeah.
Okay. So, but you have some good things to work with, and you have a lot of options for me. So I'm going to go in, I'm going to take a little bit, and I'm going to go in and I am going to work my magic. And then when we come back, it'll be the big reveal.
Yeah. All right. Sounds good.
Okay. Thanks, Paul. I can't wait to get my hands on your profile and get started.
And I can't wait to not look like a serial killer. So
yes, that's the goal. Okay. I will talk to you soon.
Sounds good.
Thank you. Hey, Paul, how you doing?
Good, Gina. How are you doing?
Good.
Excellent.
I think you're going better these days.
Yes, I have to say they are.
Good. Love it. Okay. I cannot wait another minute to give the big reveal so that we can show everybody the magic that I worked.
Yes,
So
you did.
I'm really thrilled because I'm proud of it. I just think it's going to help you so much. And since it's been a couple of weeks since I did it, you have had some different experiences, and we're going to talk about that as well. But why wait another minute? Let's look at your new profile, shall we?
Absolutely.
Okay, great. All right. So I did a deep dive because it turned out, your Instagram, not so great
Right.
for the photos for your dating profile stuff. It's good for like your friends, but
Mhm.
I wouldn't even have it connected to your dating profile. So do away with that. I had to do away with that. I decided for you to go with Hinge
Right.
dating profile because I just felt like, you know, I just felt like the caliber of women, the type of women you want to meet might be on there. I mean, I'm also a big proponent of Bumble. I like Bumble a lot, but for you, we chose Hinge. So
Yeah.
that's your profile that I decided to make over. But it was really the same photos you were using across the board.
Yes, but you did find some better ones.
Yes, yes. Well, I'm saying you were kind of had the same profile.
Yes. Yeah.
And then change the photo. Right. So, like you had the same pictures on Tinder and the Bumble. And
Mhm.
so it didn't matter which one essentially I made over. It's just, you just needed it so badly. Okay. Let's take a look.
All right.
Okay. So this first photo, I just love it of you because it's you. It's Paul. You look fun. You look sexy. And here's the key. It looks like who's going to actually show up and not some dude that's going to potentially stuff her in the trunk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Gotcha.
The worry, right? That's the worry. So never want to make a woman question for even a second, is this guy going to stuff me in the trunk? Okay.
Right.
Keep that in mind.
Gotcha.
Photos. Okay. And then, I wanted to keep that red carpet photo in, you in the white
Mhm.
shirt and the black pants, because that's just great. And that is a part of your life. So, one thing to keep in mind is you never want to, a woman's looking at your profile and she's imagining her life with you. So she wants to imagine, well, what are we going to do together? Right. So you never want to give too many photos, because if you put one bad one in, that's the one she's going to think is you. So you have to be really careful. Less is more, So for you, I really wanted to keep it down to like 3, 4, 5 max photos,
Gotcha. Yep.
And who
Yep.
knows? We're going to do some A/B testing and maybe even weed out as we go along, because A/B testing, for those who don't know, is we test one way with these pictures, the new ones, and we see how it goes for a little while. And you have to give it a little while, a few weeks. And then you go back in and maybe we take a couple more out. We don't even add. We just remove
Mhm.
a couple. I mean, it could be
Gotcha.
down to just 2 or 3 photos. That's all you need. Less is more. You don't want people overthinking it. So I love the ones you have because you do go to red carpet events. Now, not all
Mhm.
the time, but sometimes,
Yep.
and that is part of your lifestyle. I love the photo of you. You were shirtless drinking the champagne. Um,
Mhm. Yep.
that's a great photo of you. I think though I would prefer, if we were going to use it, for it to have more context. So,
Okay.
like, let's see you on the boat. Let's
Mhm.
see more of it, because it was just such a close up with the champagne and no shirt that even though you look cute, I think people should show more context sometimes, especially
Mhm.
if it's a shirtless photo, or if a woman has a bikini photo. I mean, she doesn't want to be in her house in a bikini. That's usually how she ends up getting dick pics from guys, to be honest with you. But if she's at the beach, so then
Mhm.
also let's talk a little bit more too. I don't want to skip over that, your profile information,
Yes.
because I did notice in reading through your original profile that you had mentioned about you liking to have sex, and you really weren't amping up about your career. You just kind of
Mhm.
skated over it. You know what I mean? And again,
Mhm.
a grown woman wants to know she's dating a grown man. So in
Right.
choosing photos, I made sure to choose photos of you, that accurately reflected you, gave a glimpse into what you're into, like the old cars, and even your
Mhm.
brand new, beautiful, beautiful new car that you just got.
Mhm.
No problem throwing that in. Because here's the thing, you're not trying to attract women who want to uh, spend countless hours, days, weeks, months, years in Tulum, or going to fancy balls and the fanciest restaurants in town.
Mhm.
That's not your lifestyle.
No.
So you don't want to draw those women in. At the same time, you don't want to draw in women who are too nutty artistic. Nothing wrong with that, but that just won't suit you. You need
Right.
someone who has a balanced life, who likes little old, little vintage, little new,
Yep.
uh, nice restaurants, but just not the high life, right?
So I feel really good and solid because now you're going to attract a better caliber of woman because the pictures that I've chosen for you here. Now I know you wanted to keep the onesie pajama thing in. You just love that thing. So and you say women like it. Okay, well, let's see, right?
All right.
Since I have done this profile makeover on you weeks ago, what's been the difference? Has it made a difference? Are you attracting better women?
Oh, absolutely. Well, I will say definitely attracting more women, just Hinge in general, it opened it up. I have talked to a few of them, which is a step in the positive direction. I wasn't even, getting into the conversation phase. And it is interesting, the people are responding. The women that are responding have a little bent artistically, which
Okay.
is what, we've talked about wanting to attract. So yeah, absolutely.
So, so one might say that then the onesie pajama thing is okay. But I just think I just my go-to is less is more.
Right.
And if there's wiggle room where a woman could read anything negative into what you have,
Mhm.
it's going to seriously reduce the amount of women that are going to match with you.
Right.
And
Well, I have no problem taking it out, and testing it.
Yeah, we test it, we leave it in, we test, but at least right now you can say that you have a really strong profile. Now your job looks on point. It's
Yes.
clear about what you do because you do have a really great career,
Yep.
and it's not, I think when somebody especially is in the arts, you can't be ambiguous about it because a woman, here's the thing, a woman sees the old car, she sees the man with the skull and the cape, and then she talk about being an artist but no specific information about his career.
Right.
This is a huge part of your problem. All right.
Yep. I
So
agree.
I have sprinkled my magic all over it. And I've given you my magical profile makeover. So I think you're good to go, Paul. I'm feeling really, really good about this.
All right, well, fantastic. I mean, I really appreciate it. You summed me up better than I could sum up myself, but I learned from the process,
Okay.
the idea of really sharing who I am in a few little sentences
Yeah.
certainly help.
So with pictures, less is more.
Oh, yes.
If it doesn't benefit you in any way or could make her question something,
Mhm.
doesn't belong on the profile. Your information, you always need to put about your career and what you do. Women want to know those details. And when women look at your profile, you can't mislead them. You can't be on a private jet if you don't have a private jet.
Right.
You know what I mean? You also don't want to look like Uncle Fester if you're not Uncle Fester and you're going to show up and be this cute guy in person, right? And
Right.
you're not going to be in on the joke. So yeah, I'm feeling good about this and I'm so glad that I could help you. And who knows, maybe down the road, we'll interview you with your new lady.
Oh, hey, here's to hoping.
Okay.
Well, thank you very much, Gina.
Paul, I'll talk to you again soon.
All right, take care.
Well, that's it for today. You can always go to my website, ginahendrix.com, to learn more about me. And if you are struggling on the dating apps like most people, and you want to see if I feel like I can help you, write to me at teamgina@ginahendrix.com. Who knows, you may be chosen to be on an episode of Dating App Do-Overs, and I'll do over your entire profile for free. Hope you enjoyed today's show. We'll see you next time on Dating App Do-Overs.